Welcome to another episode of Figure It Out. And first of all, I'd like to thank all of you for all the love and support that you guys have shown for the episodes that I'm bringing out and the people that I'm bringing out. So far, in the last 3 to 4 weeks, my combined streams are more than 500 within 4 episodes. So that's like an amazing, feeling. So keep sharing, keep liking, and keep engaging with the podcast. Today, I have someone. It's a cliched that women are not towards engineering, inclined towards engineering, but I have someone today who has done her engineering and it's actually by choice. So welcome Prerna to Figure It Out.
Hi,
All right.
Saaj.
So engineering, how did that come to you? Are you always wanted to do it, or was it like just initially someone told you and then you're like, हाँ चल कर लेते, अच्छा लग रहा है?
Actually, it happened like that.
Okay.
One of my teachers in school, they were like, "Ye kar lo. It's nice. Try to get into software. It's kind of a field that will be an evergreen field further." So I just thought, "Ki, हाँ, ठीक है, let's give it a try." And then I went into it actually.
Okay, so evergreen field, like what do you mean by evergreen?
So everything is getting digitalized.
Correct.
Right. So that just means that it's going to go on for a very long time.
So what exactly was your stream of engineering?
It was software.
And
I
are you
was
still
into-
working in the same field, or did you like transition into like few jobs and now you're here?
So I transitioned in many profiles earlier.
Okay.
First, I went from quality assurance. My
Okay.
career went on hold for some reason.
Okay.
Then again, I moved to a temp job
Okay.
in back-end customer service consulting.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I moved from that job to quality assurance back into
Okay.
tech,
Okay.
and then I moved to product management.
So now you're into product management.
Yeah, I'm.
So now you're doing something which you actually studied for.
No, quality assurance is also something that I studied for.
Okay.
It's also a part of software engineering.
So in between, you just lost a little bit of a
Yeah,
gap.
I did. I did for probably a year and a half.
Okay. And how did that make you feel? Did you start having those self-doubts? Like, am I going to get back into the field that I like? Or, how was it?
Oh, it was difficult. It was so tough. Like
Okay.
initially when I was on halt,
Mhm.
I was unemployed and broke for 6 months.
God.
So those 6 months were the most difficult times that I've ever had and the lowest points that I ever had in my life.
Okay.
So dealing with that was very tough.
Right.
Going through all those emotions and then self-doubt,
Right.
depression,
Mhm.
and then still trying to, keeping some hope. Okay, I will get through this. I'll get something out
Right.
of this.
Like
Yeah.
having that little ray of
Little.
optimism. मतलब
Yeah.
give up नहीं करना है.
Give up नहीं करना है. Maybe अभी give up किया तो I might lose everything.
Absolutely. How old were you around this time?
I was about 22 years old.
Wow. So you were dealing with all of this at the age of 22.
Yeah, it was pretty early.
So you were
in life.
broke for 1.5 years almost, like 6 months, and you were
6
like doing
months.
some temp odd jobs.
Yeah, I started taking a temp job. Reason being, my flatmates and few of my friends pushed me कि at least अपने financial condition के लिए लेना.
Right.
It's very important.
And also
right
it's
now.
important, right? You just can't sit at home. You just get those weird thoughts. मतलब idle minds is a devil workshop. So
Yeah, it was horrible. I used to just go for a drive I used to take.
Did you ever feel like कि यार drive में इतने पैसे जाएंगे, इतना खर्चा होगा?
Every time.
Like obviously the reason because you were like not having that
Yeah.
financial stability.
Yeah.
So you weren't able to do things that you liked and which actually gave you that that therapy, that peace of mind. You weren't even able to do that.
I could just think कि, okay, 1 month में एक बार कर सकती हूँ.
You have to ration out even your drives.
Yes.
You have to ration out your peace.
Yeah.
So
I did that.
money was that big an important
It was
factor
a
at that
huge
point in
factor,
time.
Yeah.
So how did you come out of it? Like, did you start giving interviews? How was it? Like,
I gave hell lot of interviews. I got rejected everywhere.
wow.
And
How did you deal with it?
I had support of my parents.
Okay.
I had support of my flatmates at that point of time.
Okay.
And they actually helped me out to get out of this phase.
Okay.
My roommate literally pushed me to take a job. Reason being, if I take a job, whether it's part-time, ठीक है, just
Right.
go for it.
Yeah.
And this might help you out to come out of the situation.
Yeah. something leads to something.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Just keep doing something or the other. Just don't sit idle and wait for that perfect opportunity.
Right.
That perfect opportunity, I don't think ever exists. What do you,
It
what do you,
doesn't.
what do you think about that?
Perfect opportunity, no, I don't think so it exists. It's just something that you get. Like, I went to this interview by chance,
Okay.
and I was just roaming around giving different interviews for
Right.
my profile, and then I went to this interview, and I actually got selected. And for the second round, I literally went out of the gate. I was like, I don't want to do this job.
Okay.
When I was broke.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, I can't do this. I literally went out
So
of the
did you
gate.
take up that job?
I did. I ended up taking
Why?
it.
Why did you take it? But
Money.
Money.
Money was the factor.
Did something good come out of that apart from money from that job?
It did. I got such good friends from that job.
And they led to something or the other.
Yeah, they are still in my life. Can you believe
Yeah.
it? They've seen my ups, they've seen my downs, they've seen how I succeeded from there, and they've been very supportive after that.
So what you're trying to say is that के कुछ आता है उसको don't take it on the face value. Maybe just there could be something more. Give it a try.
Yeah.
Try things. Maybe it works out. Maybe it doesn't. Trial and error.
Trial and error. That even that job gave me such insights that I could not imagine when it comes to work front.
Okay, like what? Give me a couple of them.
So I worked for a huge company where I understood their automation in softwares. I understood a lot of other things, how they deal on international market.
So you got that international exposure.
Yeah, exactly.
You were almost about to say no to an international company.
Yes.
Wow. I would want to be in a position like that कि भाई नहीं मेरे को तुम्हारे साथ काम नहीं करना है तुम कितने भी बड़े हो.
I went out of the gate. I left. That HR came and called me like, please next interview दे दे.
Really? They're literally telling you आजा हमारे पास and तू भाव खा रही थी.
Yeah,
but then, you're glad you took it up, right?
Yeah, I did.
You're glad you took it up. You're glad you.
You won't believe, in my last interview session, I actually gave an example of Game of Thrones.
Really?
I did.
What was that example?
It was about how they focus on different areas of a human's life. Something like that.
The emotions, the greed.
Yeah, everything, politics, this, that. Lot of things. Hypothetical situation.
Was the interviewee was a Game of Thrones fan?
He was. And he loved it.
आजा कल से काम पे आजा. कल 1 घंटे हम लोग ऑफिस के पहले गेम ऑफ थ्रोन्स का एक एपिसोड देखेंगे फिर काम करेंगे.
We started discussing the next episode.
So I think what matters is also social skills are equally important. Is what I think I can take away from that. Yeah. When you are maybe applying for a job or in a corporate culture or whenever you're in a job environment, it's important to have social skills. Otherwise, it just helps you ease your way into the things. Otherwise, probably you'll just end up being not being considered in the long run.
I guess yes, that's true. Partly yes.
वो time गया कि let your work speak for itself.
हाँ, अभी वो time नहीं है. Rat race, it's not there right now.
Yeah, it's also about how good of a person. So I like to say this, like even when I talk to people when they're giving interviews, I just always say that I've taken few interviews myself. I always say that 50% is your skills, 50% of it is who you are as a person. Skills are always transferable. Who you are as a person, I can't change that.
It's also the intent.
Exactly. Like that उसमें cover हो जाता है कि तुम कैसे इंसान हो उसमें cover हो जाता है.
Exactly.
अगर इंसान
अच्छा नहीं हो,
yeah, अगर तुम इंसान अच्छे नहीं हो मुझे नहीं करना because that one bad fish can spoil the whole pond kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So I think that's important. How good you are as a person. Perfect. Yeah, I mean, I think that makes a lot of sense. In terms of like the job life. How was your family life when you were going through all of this? Like, and you came out of it, and how was your parents' support? Was it on off everything? Like, how was it?
My parents. Weirdly, yes, they have always supported me. Like they've.
Why is it weird? They are parents.
No. The reason being, I'm a girl. I'll tell you why it's weird because I'm a girl, and they never forced me. कि हाँ ये हो गया तेरा, now just get married. Oh, this was never the thing.
That's good, right?
Yeah,
I mean, that's an ideal scenario. That's what people are like, barking about on Twitter right now. That's the change that should be there. That let people take their own decisions. Let people take control of their lives. Marriage is always not the end goal.
It's going to be there, yeah.
It's not the end goal, is what I.
Of course, it's not. It depends. Like if you want it to be there, it will be there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So of course they now do come behind me for marriage, but
अब तो कर ले.
but yeah, when I was going through all this, and when I was in my low period of my life, and when I was struggling with my jobs, with my
Yeah.
career, making it into something, they never troubled me कि get married or ये सब छोड़ दे, nothing like that.
They were very supportive of your
हाँ,
career.
they were like कि we'll give you space.
Right.
You take your decisions.
Right.
You know, I used to just go, even today,
Ah.
if there is something, I'll just call them up first.
Yeah.
कि mom, ये हुआ.
That's nice, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you are friends with
बुरा
your
हो,
parents, that's a good
हाँ,
thing.
बुरा हो अच्छा हो, I'll just give a
हाँ,
call.
मतलब अच्छा लगता है ना कि यार मतलब friends जैसे parents हैं.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. You find that comfort and you're able to talk about, you know, multiple things.
Yeah.
Do you also talk about your crushes and
No, I
boyfriend?
don't.
उतना comfort नहीं.
No.
Also, this might be heard by them, so we just want to keep it on the low. Yeah. What do you do right now? Like we didn't touch upon that. Like what do you do right now as on you know, on the work front, and how is that going?
So I work as a product manager for an NBFC currently. And what product manager is, how do I define? It's like
monologue.
I'll just try this out. We are a mediator for UX, UI, UX designs, tech teams, and business teams.
मतलब सबसे ज़्यादा गाली तुम लोग ही खाते हो.
बनाया तो हमने बनाया, बिगाड़ा तो हमने बिगाड़ा.
मतलब कुछ भी हुआ इसको पकड़ो, ये इसने ब्रीफ बराबर नहीं दिया है.
Exactly.
I think it all boils down to that brief. I've been in agencies and all that. वो मतलब brief ठीक नहीं है. Brief बराबर नहीं है. तो you are the one who gives the brief and you are the one whose
requirement बराबर नहीं है.
हाँ, requirement बराबर नहीं है. Your neck is the one is always on the line.
Yeah, it's
but how do you feel that, you know, you're always you know, sometimes you can go up, sometimes you can go down. It can go both ways. It's a double-edged sword. So how do you deal with that kind of a pressure? I'm
still learning to deal with it.
Okay.
So
you're still figuring it out.
I am trying to.
That was a forced plug-in.
Yeah. I am trying to figure it out. Yes, because it's been just 2 years that I've been into this field, and
2 years into this product manager role.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had started as a gig for a company, and then I just moved into it completely in this company. And I've been just going through a lot of phases and trying to deal with it myself. Right. You know, there are times when the requirements you give are not relevant according to the customer.
Right.
But then you think
or
aloud.
Maybe the timing, season is not correct. Like NBFC, I'm understanding that it's a lot seasonal. Like you probably would come out like with a tax saving thing around Jan or December, maybe. I'm just guessing.
Nothing as such.
Nothing
as such. Because
it doesn't make
it doesn't
make a difference.
Matter. Okay. It doesn't really matter.
Fair enough. I just thought maybe it makes a little bit of a difference.
Yeah. So as of now, if you ask me, of course you have a lot of stress as you grow.
So now you don't have to worry about going on a drive.
No, I don't have to.
You don't have to ration out your एक मैं जा सकती हूँ, एक हफ्ते में एक बार मैं आराम से जा सकती हूँ.
I don't have to, thankfully.
Chalo, good. That's a good thing.
But then that comes with a lot of stress as well.
Yeah.
And stress, tension, then self-doubt at times, because at times you have to be
Are you
so
even good enough with, you know, when you're surrounded by such people, you keep telling yourself like, am I good enough? Am I good enough to compete with them? I
always feel that I've worked with brilliant minds, and I always feel, damn, will I be able to be that good enough to, you know, at least come to that level?
But I think it's also important, right? You don't need to compete with them. You just need to
come to that level. Yeah,
correct. That's it. You learn from them. You learn from people who are, you know, above you in terms of experience, in terms of skill set, and then maybe come to their level and then maybe beat them.
I don't really think to beat them though.
I mean, in the end, there's only you know, very few limited spots available at the top, and obviously everyone wants to be at the top.
That's
so somewhere down the line, you know,
altogether.
I think somewhere down the line, being a realist, I think, you know, you will have to at some point make that harsh call of, you know, pulling someone down and then going up. Unintentionally you do, because say for example, you take a job, okay, so 3 other people applied for it, right? You ended up getting it. So you did walk over 3 people and you did end up
that is pretty
if you look at it in that way, right? Unintentionally or you know, you do end up doing that. there's, as I said, like there's only one place at the top,
Yeah.
right? And everyone wants to be there. So you will walk over some people unintentionally.
That could be a scenario, of course.
I think of it that way. I don't want to intentionally be like, okay, yeah, I am going to beat you, but yes, if I'm better than you, I deserve to be over there.
Not something I have
I-
thought of right now.
I think of it that way. That
Okay.
if I'm better, why not? Like you need to come up to that level to be there.
Having that self-confidence that
Yeah.
I am better
Yeah,
and I deserve this.
absolutely. I think we all need to probably reach
Yeah.
there, like being self-aware.
You know what? I'm actually working on something like this
Yeah.
myself.
I think everyone should, have that. Okay, yeah, mere andar ye flaws hai. I need to work on this.
Yeah, that
rather than
you're your own self-critic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be your own critic.
Yeah. So I have started actually working on something like this where
Uh-huh.
I want to build up my self-confidence and say, yes, I deserve this and
Yeah.
this is mine types.
You wake up in a
This is mine.
तुझे हक है.
Yeah. So I'll tell you how I actually felt
Oh, wow. Tell me.
and
Yeah.
started doing this. So I've been taking some meditation sessions and
Okay.
I've started going to gym. That actually boosts your confidence a lot.
Really? Of course. Tell me about
You,
it.
you know it.
Tell me about it.
If you ask me if I've been through a lot of ups and downs, depression all over the years, and some mental health, because at times your extended family,
Yeah.
then people, external factors and people
Correct.
surrounding you can actually affect your mental health.
Absolutely.
And
They play an
dealing-
important, as even in the previous episodes. I think that's one of the common factors everyone has spoken about is that you are made of the people you are surrounded with.
Yeah.
You take in some bits of everyone that you are around with. So that's why it's always important, I feel, to make sure that you keep the right company.
Yeah, because if these exterior things keep affecting you and your mental health, you stop growing at some
Absolutely.
point. And that's very important for you to realize, okay, this is making me, it's pausing my career, it's pausing my life, personal front or professional ho.
Right.
So you have to take those steps accordingly. And it's very important to realize that part.
Yeah.
Many people don't really realize ki,
So I think,
oh, this is happening
so
with
I
me.
think the first step to maybe self-realization is just see what external factors are affecting your situation and then work on yourself, like rectify that and then go into probably improving your own self.
Yeah. That
External
really-
factors.
Actually, it starts when you stop growing. You
Yeah.
see ki something is bothering you
Yeah.
and you're not focused, you're not concentrate,
Right.
you're not able to concentrate, then you don't have confidence that you
Right.
should have,
Absolutely.
to actually say,
So when
okay,
you
this is what
start
I've
doubting
created.
your own self, like am I
Yeah.
good enough? That's where the time you take a step back, like problem किधर है भाई? मेरे को problem तो बताओ.
Exactly, right. That's where I was coming to.
Right.
कि यही चीज है कि when you have to take a decision now that you're on survival mode, now you have to go back and actually work on yourself.
मतलब वो तब harsh decisions लेने पड़ते हैं. You either
Yeah.
cut some people off from your life.
Exactly. You have to do
or
that.
You should be prepared to even probably survive alone also.
Yeah.
Right.
You have to be self-independent. I
Right.
know. But
It's very cliched thing, like हाँ independent होना चाहिए, but the true meaning of it is
no,
also
it
like,
is.
I think a good way to start that is I started doing that. Okay, I started watching movies alone. I started going to
Restaurants alone and eating.
Yeah, I tried. मैंने वहाँ से चालू किया है. अभी ऐसा हो
Exploring
गया-
things
हाँ,
alone.
अभी ऐसा हो गया कि मेरे को फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता है. कोई है अच्छी बात है, कोई नहीं है अच्छी बात है. मतलब कोई फर्क नहीं
You
पड़ता
can
है.
do things that you like by yourself.
Correct.
Yeah.
अभी जो है वो है मतलब वो it's like a very slang saying that आओ तो welcome, जाओ तो भीड़ कम. It's actually like that.
I feel if you cut people off from your life who
हाँ मतलब ऐसे लेकिन
are-
scissor लेके नहीं बैठना है. तू
नहीं.
बाहर जा ऐसे नहीं. Obviously, if people are, I think it's like if they're
It's-
affecting your peace, then it doesn't make sense for them to be around you in your life.
exactly, if you think that they are not really helping you grow,
Yeah.
helping you to reach somewhere,
Yeah.
ठीक है, or even being supportive in the times you need.
Yeah.
खुशी में तो सब साथ देते हैं,
हाँ. नहीं, but not always. But ठीक है. Fair
Yeah.
enough. I have a different
But-
experience.
Okay, खुशी में भी नहीं देते, अगर खुशी में देंगे.
I think majority do, kinda, but
Yeah.
not all of them. Fair enough.
Yeah. So it's important that you rectify these people and
Correct.
you make room for better people.
Yeah.
Removing them. It's
Always be
important.
shuffling. Always be unfulfilling. That's all.
Yeah, people who want to stay, they'll always stay.
Yeah,
That's,
they'll find a way.
They'll find a way to come back and take efforts and just come back to your life.
No, and like pretty good insights about, like, I think we turned this podcast into like a good people insight and a more realistic approach to how you should grow as a person and everything. I think yeah, love the chat, and चाय पे चर्चा हो गया हमारा आज.
Black tea पे
Black
चर्चा.
tea पे चर्चा हो गया. Amazing, yeah. So any parting thoughts or any advice or any life motto, anything that you would like to tell the listeners, viewers, anything that you've learned over the period of time?
Be self-independent. Take care of yourself. Give yourself time and space. It's so important to love yourself.
Love yourself.
Yeah, because it's you out there.
In the end, love yourself.
It's you out there who's going to go and fight wars for yourself.
Right. You'll have support, but in the end, it's you at the front.
It's just the support,
Yeah.
It's the emotional support that your friends and your family will give you.
Yeah.
But it's you who has to go and fight for it.
Yeah.
For what you
are
want.
the one at the front.
Yeah.
Face value.
And that's for you.
Face value तुम्हारा ही है. And
exactly.
मतलब ये भी है ना. You said right कि it's for you. मतलब फायदा तुमको ही होने वाला है.
Exactly.
नुकसान भी तुम्हारा ही है.
Yeah.
So why not do something a little extra and try and take the positive out of it?
Yeah, of course.
Right? No one wants negative. No one wants loss. Amazing. So thank you for your time. It was lovely chatting up with you. Yeah. And cool. So thank you for tuning in today to today's episodes, guys. And do like, share, and subscribe my content. As I said in my previous episode also, that it'll just give me a lot of motivation and validation, of course, that yes, my content is resonating with you guys. And yeah, till then, stay tuned for more episodes and keep figuring it out with me. Take care. Cheers.